there, Nate Jackson, Criterion Collection Reviewer guy here. Totally on a roll with these Criterion Collection reviewers. I'm pretending my keyboard that's sitting right here is supposed to be hooked up. Imagine, if you will, you're hearing the sound of a drum fill. As if I told a really crappy joke, as I tend to. Anyway, number 286. Pietro Germi's Divorce Italian Style. Divorzio all'Italiana. Surprisingly funny. How about that? It's a funny movie. We got a good comedy. We got a good Italian comedy. If you're into that sort of thing. 1962, 104 minutes, Italian, and all that good stuff. So, we won't spoil this one. We won't spoil too much, but I'll give you the basic plot. So, we got this guy, Ferdinando Cefalu. He's this baron. He lives with his wife, what's her name? Rosalia. And Rosalia looks like one of those, like, a typical, Italian wives that you see in the movies that, is kind of like supposed to be the ugly woman. But she's still really attractive. She reminds me of, I forget her name, one of those Italian actresses. Not Sophia, kind of like Sophia Loren, but I don't know, maybe not as, maybe a little more homely. And so anyway, so Ferdinando's sick of his wife. His wife's very overbearing, very yells a lot. And he's infatuated. He's totally in love with his cousin Angela. And so he wants to marry Angela, but he can't, because he can't divorce Rosalia, because apparently in Italy, I guess, and I don't know if it's still illegal, but apparently divorce is illegal back in the 60s. And so the only way that he can get out of this marriage is if he murders his wife. And he has these hilarious visions of him, Rosalia dying, such as, him pushing her into a vat, a boiling pot of water, and then like her drowning in quicksand, or her being sent up to the moon. And also it's surprisingly funny. It starts off very normal, just this guy talking about his family, and then he talks about his cousin, and then he starts dreaming about all these crazy ways which his wife could die, and so it's like, it's surprising. It's a laugh. And so anyway, so he concocts this scheme where apparently if the minimum for the sentence would be minimalized for killing his wife if it was like in a crime of passion, like if he killed her in the arms of another lover. And he finds out that this painter that I guess she met while, before they got married, like had a crush on her, and so he invites her into his house, invites him into their house to paint the ceiling or something, and all these old emotions, flare up between Rosalia and the painter, and so Ferdinando like gets this tape recorder to try to record their messages, and it's really funny just how he just basically is attached to this, and he has to hide what he's doing from the rest of his family who lives with him. And yeah, it's all kinds of, it's a surprisingly hilarious thing, and yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Now, I mean, I don't know if it'd be cool enough to buy. I mean, I thought it was very hilarious. I thought that Ferdinando's interior dialogue was a scream, and a lot of the jokes. And yeah, it was just definitely one of the most pleasant experiences I've had watching an Italian movie in a long, long time. With the exception, I mean, the only thing that scares me is the mention. They mention La Dolce Vita later in the film, and I'm still like, Fellini. I think Fellini is, still. I have one of those, like, I think Fellini is one of those directors that I feel the same way about Fellini the way I do about Bergman. I have kind of a love-hate relationship. Like, some movies I love by him, some movies I hate by him, and I was trying to find something like that in Jeremy, but no. I mean, it's a great movie, fantastic. And sadly, the only other movie that we're gonna see by Jeremy is coming up next season, and that will be I think number 350. Seduced and Abandoned, I think, is the name of it. See, I don't really have a great, that much of an opinion of him, apart from he made a great movie, and apparently, according to the supplements, he seemed like a very hard director to work with. But you know, I mean, obviously this movie I think turned out well. I mean, especially for comedy. I mean, a lot of people say apparently his co-stars and co-writers say that he didn't have a great sense of humor, but apparently this movie will prove you wrong. So yeah, Divorce Italian Style, a fantastic movie. Very very funny. If you're into Italian comedies, I don't think there aren't a lot of. I think this might be one of the greatest, definitely one of the best Italian comedies I think ever. I mean, I'm trying to just call back others. White Chic is funny, but nowhere near as funny as Divorce Italian Style. Same as like La Strada. I mean, Violetta Messina, you know, her clown. I mean, that's the only thing that's really funny about it. The rest of it is still very dramatic. I mean, Amarcord and the ship sails on. You know, Fellini can't hold a torch as far as comedies are concerned when it comes to Divorce Italian Style. So, overall, I'll give it an A minus. A minus. Just because it's hilarious. I think some of the casting choices might have been a little, you know. I think the actress who plays his cousin Stefania Sandrelli, it's kind of hard to look at every once in a while, and except for the end with the bikini. Spoilers, sorry. Anyway, but yeah, so it wasn't the greatest Italian movie I've seen, but it was definitely the greatest comedy movie I've seen, and so it's right up there. So, Divorce Italian Style, A minus, not bad. So this is a double disc. Disc 1 is the film. Disc 2 is all the supplements. There's a 39-minute documentary called "The Man with the Cigar in His Mouth." It's made by the filmmaker Mario Sesti. And it just has a lot of just interviews where they talk about Jeremy and his life. And it's just, you know, pretty simple if you want just a crash course in how he works. And then there's a news feature called "Delighting in Contrast," which has new interviews with Stefania Sandrelli and Lando Buscanza, who plays, I forget his name, but he plays Ferdinando's sister's husband or, you know, boyfriend or something like that. And yeah, so they talk about Jeremy. And then there's a new interview with, or some interview with Ennio de Concini, who was the screenwriter. And that runs for about 7 minutes. And then there's some screen test footage of Stefania Sandrelli, who played Angela, and Daniela Rocca, who played Rosalia, and just, you know, has them, you know, testing different scenes, the scenes that they did, and, you know, these key scenes that they did. And yeah, so it's a fantastical package, and Divorce Italian Style is a fantastic comedy, so I'd check it out. Apparently it won the 1962 Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. So how about that? Anyway, Divorce Italian Style, A minus, great movie. So, that's it for today. I would do Burden of Dreams if I had remembered to grab it off the shelves from my library on the last time I was at work. Definitely get it tomorrow, and we'll definitely do it probably on Sunday. Because as you know, this is our last week before I start my new job. And so our schedule is going to be Sunday. Right now, the schedule is Sunday, Monday, Thursday, definitely a review. Tuesday and Wednesday, possibly a review. Friday and Saturday, probably not a review. So that's the plan. So anyway, yes, Burden of Dreams is next. And then F for Fake, which I totally forgot to put a hold on until today. So hopefully we'll get that one. We'll get that one hopefully sometime next week. We'll get around to that. And then Hoop Dreams, which is right here. Hoop Dreams. And then Phantom of Liberty, which is at my new library. That one's waiting for me there. And then, like I said, you know, I've got a couple others here. I've got Heaven Can Wait. And Flowers of St. Francis. Al Hassan Balthazar. And I found Gate of Flesh. And then Crazed Fruit, which I thought I checked out, but I can't seem to find it. So hopefully that's probably at my branch. And then as far as the rewatches are concerned, I'm still waiting on Branded to Kill, and I don't understand. We had a DVD copy, but somebody, you know, never turned it in. Whoever checked it out still hasn't turned it in, or it might be in today. I don't know. There's no way, I can't check. It's one of those DVDs that I can only check at work. And then for some reason they haven't sent the I put a hold on the Blu-ray last week, and I still haven't been sent that. I'm thinking what I may do is I may go ahead and cancel it, because tomorrow's my last day at my old branch, so I'm going to go ahead and send it off to the new branch, and then hopefully when they see the new hold, they'll pull it this time. Maybe they just missed it. So yeah, so Branded to Kill, and yeah, Tokyo Drifter I'm still waiting on. If it takes too long, I may go ahead and just pass on them, because there are other movies that I really feel like I need to review more than Branded to Kill, or re-review more than Branded to Kill and Tokyo Drifter. Those are the ones that I just really want to do for myself. But there are others like that I really want to see again, like The Element of Crime and Qui-Gon. And I know there are others, and I'm just curious. What were the others that I mentioned? Maybe Insomnia. Possibly Insomnia. Probably not though. That one I feel like I did an okay okay review on that. And yeah, so maybe Yojimbo too. Maybe just rewatch that one. Actually, probably not. I probably won't rewatch that one right now. But definitely Element of Crime and Qui-Gon are two that are going to be happening again sometime soon. So watch for those. And then hopefully Branded to Kill and Tokyo Drifter. I'll give it till after next week. If after next week I don't get anything, then I'll just hold off until later. Or maybe if I can get a hold of them during the summer, I'll do a special review of re-review of the two. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't marry your cousin, because yeah. And don't kill your wife, because yeah. And if yeah, just don't be all creepy. And I know there's others. There's some others. Oh, and I had another moral, but I don't want to spoil it for you. I'll just go and say, don't be a castrato, regardless of how. I mean, don't get into the choir life so much that you become a castrato. Just don't do it. You know. Anyway, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on Sunday, maybe Saturday, for Burden of Dreams. And until then, goodbye.